Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and I am back with my friend Jose Carlos Gomes. And I told you we were going to be doing this show eventually, as the NCAA college basketball Saturdays has heated up. Conference play has started. We've been having upsets already, as Purdue got an upset this week, and rankings are going up and down. But I like to start this section of my show when conference play starts, and some teams have had some games in there. There is a lot of discrepancy in some of the teams this year. You'll see some teams that are real bottom feeders because of the NIL, and some teams that are top heavy. So this is the NCAA pick show. Jose, my college expert, is with me. I'm going to make some picks as well, and we're going to try to make you guys some money. Shout out to my dad and Jack, who want us to do this show so they can make their picks on Saturday. So here we are trying to make you some money. And I'm going to let Jose go first because he's the college expert. I'm okay. He's better than me. So we'll see. And we'll have him explain his picks as he goes along. Then I'll give you my picks. So, Jose, nice little short video here, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We're going to be bringing you more shows like this. So, Jose,
Yes,
you
sir.
have the honors.
Okay, let's get this thing started. At 12 o'clock, we got College of Charleston. They're minus 3.5. They're 5-2 in the conference and 8-2 at home. They lost to them. I think they're playing Ellen. They lost to them 85-81 in the beginning of the season by 4 on the road. I see them coming up big at home. They're a home team. They're 8-2 at home. That's a solid record in college basketball. And when it comes to college basketball, home teams, 75% of the team always covers and wins.
Yep.
My second pick, I'm gonna go with UMBC. They're Milwaukee, Baltimore. I don't know what the hell they're called. They have a turtle as their symbol. They're minus 3.5 as well. I'm gonna take them. They're 4-1 in conference and 7-2 at home. Then I'm gonna take Texas Tech to cover the 1.5 against Houston. I think they're gonna beat them all right. They're 5-1 in conference, 10-0 at home, and they've lost 4 of the last games, but I see them coming back. And no, sorry, they lost by 4 to them at the beginning of the season already on the road in Houston. So I see them coming up big and winning this game. Then around 4 o'clock we have Harvard. I like Harvard. They're gonna cover. I like them covering a 2.5. They're 3-1 at home, 6-2 at home. Sorry, 3-1 in conference play, 6-2 at home. They've won 3 in a row, and I think they're gonna take Cornell. I think they're gonna beat Cornell. Then I like Missouri to beat and cover the 4.5 against Oklahoma. They've been pretty even in conference play. They've been playing some tough teams, but they're 11-1 at home, so they're a really good home team. And they've lost 2 in a row, but I see them bouncing back against a weak Oklahoma team this year. And my last pick, I'm gonna take Alabama. They're 5.5. I'm gonna take Alabama. They're 3-2 in the conference, 6-2 at home, and they're 7-3 in the last 10 games on a 2-game winning streak. So those are my picks for Saturday's college basketball.
All right. As you know, guys, almost every team plays on these days, which is why it's good to pick Friday and do this kind of a show. I'm going to give you some over-unders and some picks and explain why. Now, these spreads might have changed, so keep that in mind when you're making these plays. I'm going to start at 12 o'clock. Vanderbilt is playing at Mississippi State. I'm going to take the over in that game. The line is 159.5. Vanderbilt is one of the highest scoring teams in college basketball. They're 11th in scoring at 90.2 points per game. Miss State also is up there in scoring, not as high, but they're at 78 a game. And they're defensively and pace wise, I think this will be a fast paced game with a lot of scoring. Defensively, both teams are in the bottom 100 in the college, so I think this will be an over. Then we go to my next game is Virginia. I think Virginia crushes UNC. Virginia's 10-0 at home. They currently have one of the best defenses in college basketball. I believe they're 52nd. Sorry, they're fifth overall in defense. Let me just double check this. 49th overall in defensive rating. But at home, they're absolutely deadly. They've only allowed 57.5 points their last two games. They're playing the UNC team that struggles on the road, um, giving up 89.5 points per game in their last two. So I got Virginia covering a 7.5 and crushing UNC, despite both teams having good records. I think Virginia takes this one at home over UNC. Now, this game over here, I was going to take, but the line's really high. So I like Michigan State to beat Maryland, but the line's 18.5. So if you're going to take this game, I would drop the line. If you're going to take it, add it to a parlay. I wouldn't take this game flat. The reasons for this are obvious. Michigan State 17-2. They're playing a struggling Maryland team who's 8-11, lost all their players from last year. Michigan's really on a roll to start the year. Obviously, they're actually they're 10-1. They have actually lost a game at home this year, but they've won five straight, and they're playing a Maryland team that's lost 1-5 on the road and 2-8 in their last 10. So I expect a beating there, but I dropped the line a little bit there because it's a high spread. So those three 12 o'clock games there. Georgia goes to Texas. I like the under in this game. I think this game is really high. It's 170.5, this spread. I think this is going to be lower scoring, despite the fact that Georgia's number one in the league in offense. I actually think that defensively, this game will be played with a little bit of lower scoring. Georgia's defense is really good with the offense that they play. So I'm going to take the under just because I think the line's too high. So that's 170.5. So that's 1 o'clock. Then I go to 6 o'clock. Northwestern is playing UCLA. I expect a low scoring game here between these two teams. Both struggle offensively, are 169th and 163rd in offense. And defensively, they're in the top 100, both teams defensively. So I expect an under in this game. The line is 144.5. And finally, Jose's last pick there, he picked Alabama against Tennessee, and he likes Alabama. I think this game's going over. Tennessee and Alabama both struggle defensively. I just look for the stats here. Um, yeah, they both struggled defensively. So I would expect a high scoring game. Alabama has the third ranked offense. They score a lot of points when they play, especially at home. And defensively, Alabama is one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So when they're trying to beat you, they're going to outscore you, especially at home. So I expect a high scoring game, especially if Jose believes they're going to win. Tennessee being 0-3 at home on the road, I would expect a high scoring game and an Alabama win. So those are my six picks. Jose gave you his. We'll try to do this on a weekly basis on a Friday, put the video out Friday night or Saturday morning so that you guys can see our picks and see how you do. If you want to parlay those together, that would be ideal. You can make some good money parlaying six teamers or shortening it if you like. Obviously, you can also bet them flat, but I like doing big parlays on College Saturday because it gives you a chance to play over the day and then wait for your games to begin and end. Also gives you a chance to play different at different times. So those are our picks. Jose, do you have a best bet out of any of those? Like, what would be your lock of those?
My luck would be I like Missouri, the 4.5.
Okay, and for me, it's Virginia. I think Virginia is going to crush North Carolina at 7.5. So that's my lock. So if you want to take those games flat, then that's our flat plays. We have some part you can mix up the other games with parlays. So that's our picks for college. We're gonna do it's a little shorter video, guys, so we can get it out. We're gonna cover the NFL tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the Bills and their firing of Sean McDermott, the very strange interview that was conducted by the owner and the GM after the firing. Me and Josie have a lot to talk about there. Yeah, we're already shaking our heads. We're also going to cover the game and what happened and why all of this is taking place. We will cover the championship games and who we think is going to win or lose and go to the Super Bowl. And so that's coming up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That we'll probably do a live show on that tomorrow. and cover that. We're also going to cover Mitch Marner's return, which just happened with a 6-3 victory for Vegas. A very, very interesting game that we'll talk about and what happened with the fans. And as you can see, Jose's shaking his head there. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow, guys. But for now, I'm the mouth of North Andrew Reese. That's Jose Carlos Gomes giving you a short video here today with our picks. Trust me, you're going to want to watch the show tomorrow. Let you guys know what time it is for the football review. Take care for now. Bye-bye.